Hi, everybody. It's Kathy with Want to Scrap. Apologies that I am a couple of minutes late. I tried to go live in my very own Facebook, not one of a kind. But I am here. I am live. I hope. Everybody sees me. Just so everybody knows that I cannot manage multitasking. So Brian is on the keyboards for me, as well as Michelle from Want to Scrap.
Hello.
There's Brian. So I'm actually going to jump right into this because of the fact that I was a couple of minutes late. So I'm going to go ahead and pop to my overhead. So these are going to be our Christmas containers for today. We are going to be working on a cute little mug. We're going to be working on a box. I am going to go back up front for just 1 second because I think this is very impressive. And the best part about this, there's liquor involved. That's my shot for after class. Either I'm drowning my sorrows or I will be very, very happy. And then our last one is actually going to be this big, huge ornament that opens up and you can stick a gift inside there as well. So again, I'm going to go back to my overhead and let's go ahead and get started. So I am actually going to work on the little coffee mug first. So what you need to do is take your first red sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and we are going to cut that down to 9 inches by 4.5 inches. And I probably should have assigned homework, but I figured that this was going to be something easy to do. And of course, I brought the wrong trimmer. Oh, no, I didn't. See? This is what I get for being 5 minutes late. There we go. All right, so again, we're cutting to 9 by 4.5. And you all should be impressed. I did my nails for today. So they say Happy Halloween on them. Because again, Kathy has nothing better to do than to think of this kind of crap at, 10 o'clock at night. So now we are going to cut to 4.5. There's 4.5. All right, so now we have a sheet 9 by 4.5. Unless you're Kathy, that doesn't seem to have 9 by 4.5.
You're getting a lot of loves out of this.
Yeah, that's good because I am a little shook.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Yes, you can give me a suggestion.
I say just take a deep breath and just reset yourself and you're going to do fine.
Okay, I'm going to do that
Yes.
because I'm already screwing up my cutting. So,
While you're cutting that, we got a lot of people coming in. Shannon saying good morning. Yanya, Wendy Osborne saying cute project for Christmas. Shannon Eckhart saying better late than not at all. Birthday is good. Anita Christensen Coons, love the nails. Margie's on there saying you're doing great. So you got people saying there. And a lot of people saying good morning. Penny Clark's in there saying good morning. Dottie McDermott's out there. Hey, Dottie. Saying hi to Kathy, and then Want to Scrap, of course, is always out there answering all those questions.
yay!
To you, Kathy.
All right, so on the 4.5 inch side, we are going to score at 1.5. So get your scoreboards out, get your whatever you use to score. So now on the 9 inch side, we're going to go at every inch increment. So we're gonna score at 1. We're going to score at 2. We're going to score at 3. Guess what we're scoring at next? 4, 5, 6, 7, and lucky number 8. Okay, so now I am going to put my scoreboard away for the moment. And now we're going to actually come in with a pair of scissors. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut to that 1.5 inch score line. So we're going to just cut in and make little tabs. Okay, so we're going to do each one of these.
A lot of people are just tuning in, Kathy, so a lot of people just found you. Again, just maybe just let them know again that why you just kind of were having a little hang up this morning.
Oh, So this morning I came in, I made sure that all my settings were correct. I hit the live button and I was live in my own Facebook page and not on One of a Kind. So all my friends are going to be like, what is going on? So now we're going to actually fold on all of our score lines. And I bet everybody can see where this is going because this is going to make your little cup. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm coming in with Want to Scrap double-sided adhesive tape. I love this double-sided tape. The nice thing about it is it's rippable, so you don't always have to have a pair of scissors around, which is amazing for me because usually my desktop doesn't look anything like this. So it's easily rippable, so you can not need scissors. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come through and we're going to tape to make the circle for the cup itself. Okay, so now you have kind of like what would that be, an octagon? I'm going to call it an octagon. I'm not going to count the sides. So, and now what you're going to do is you're just going to come in and you're going to fold all of your little tabs into the middle. On my sample, I'm actually going to pull out my goodies. I did not tape them down. You might want to tape them down. It's actually your preference. I did not, because in your kit, you should have a red circle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these all down. I am now going to come in with some liquid adhesive. And I am using Zip Dry, which you can find on Want to Scrap's website. This is one of my favorite liquid adhesives. So I am just going to come in and I am going to put my Zip Dry on my circle. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of form my cup. All right, that looks good to me. And I'm just going to pop this onto the bottom of my cup. Now, again, it's totally your preference if you want to glue those little tabs down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with my bone folder and I'm just going to kind of push my tabs into the Zip Dry glue that's on that circle. All right, so now you have your container. I'm just going to come in with this, a smidged bit more of some Zip Dry. All right, now you should have also received a green circle in your kit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to just cut my half mark. All right, so I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to cut here, and I am going to cut here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with Zip Dry, and I am going to not go completely around because I want to make two little tabs to adhere my handle to my cup. All right, so I am literally leaving a couple of centimeters so I can fold that to make my handle. Again, I'm using Zip Dry to come in as my adhesive to glue my handles together. How are we doing so far? Brian, anybody have any questions?
No, they all seem to be pretty good right now. So
Excellent.
Mikey Herman's on there saying hello to you. Renee Bennett said, okay, thanks for letting us know. I thought I was doing something wrong. Mikey came back and said good stuff again. Kathy Kudrow's joining us from Washington State. Margie said totally relate. Working on a 6x6 inch space on my desk now.
Oh, geez.
And then Marion Phillips is saying that's cute. So it's and then Mikey came back. He's very chatty today. Mikey Herman. Such a cute idea.
Okay, so now what you will see is I took those little tabs and I folded them back to create an anchor point to go onto my cup. So again, I'm coming in with liquid adhesive. I'm using Zip Dry so I can get my handle adhered to my cup. And now I'm just picking a side. I'm picking the side closest to the seam to adhere my handles to. I'm just gonna let that set for a minute. All right, so in essence, our cup is done. Now, I know that I did not assign any homework, but I did go ahead and I cut my boots. I cut the black part, so I just need to cut the red really quick. So this die was included in your kit. It's Santa's boots, so you get, I did the background in red, I did the front in black, I did his puff in white, and then I have the little gold buckle. So again, I did the black and the puff. I just need the back and the gold buckle. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna die cut those super quick. If you bear with me 1 second. I am hoping that everybody is at the same point I am. And while I am die cutting, I am interested to know what everybody's favorite Christmas tradition is. I was flipping through pictures on my phone, and our Christmas tradition was to always go to Florida because my mom lived there. I actually found a picture of my dad dressed up as Santa, which was absolutely hysterical to me. My daughter, super afraid of Grandpa as Santa, but my son figured it out right away when he was 4 or 5, which again, to me is kind of funny. But my daughter, absolutely petrified. But this year, no Florida, which is fine. Okay, so I have my boots.
Hey, while you're cutting those boots, now, I know you're doing that for a Christmas boot, but couldn't you use those boots for other things too?
Definitely. You could use them as go-go boots.
Well, I was thinking more like, you know, how hunters always go out.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that idea.
Hunters. What about the farmers, you know?
Yes, you could use them as rain boots with a little umbrella. That would be cute too.
How do I think of all these great things?
I don't know how you think
I wish
about
I could
these
get a
great
job
things.
at Want to Scrap. Maybe there's an application there at www.wanttoscrap.com.
I know that there probably is one.
Yes, so just remember, as I always stress with everybody, again, for Want to Scrap, don't take the die visually at first. Think of all the different things you can do with that boot die.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, you could do sunny days, rainy days. You know, they've got all kinds of cute little phrases that would go with, you know, rainy days, and those boots would certainly work very well for that. So I'm trying to get my boot buckle off.
Even I'm thinking, if I had some plaid paper, I would cut it out and then it would become the rain boots.
Yep. Oh, what is that? Not blackberry. Burberry.
Yeah.
Burberry boots.
Yeah, see? So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And then you just put some of that clear accent over it to make it, to cut out the plaid paper, put the clear on top of it, and then there's your rain boots.
That's a good idea.
I know, because why? I'm Brian.
You're the best. All right,
hurry up, it's your project. Let's go.
I am now adhering my buckle. Again, I came in with liquid adhesive to adhere my buckles. All right.
Said leprechaun boots. Lee Sullivan.
Ooh, leprechaun boots is a good idea.
Yes, yes.
Because, you know, we got all kinds of holidays coming up that we can certainly use these boots on. Okay, so now that my boots are together and completed, I'm just going to adhere them to the front of my mug, and then going to add my candy cane and my hot chocolate back in. I think this would make an awesome teacher's gift, postman's gift, you know, whoever you need to give something, a little something to for Christmas. And we are all set with that first project. All right, are we all good? All right, I'm moving on.
All right, while you're getting ready for your next one here, I just wanted to get back. Debbie Spalding said, We are responsible for doing the Christmas game, and we play on Christmas Eve. We win prizes, then we exchange our presents.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
And then Mikey Herman says, my traditions are the mimosa in one hand and Bailey's and coffee in the other.
That sounds like a great tradition.
After rapping all night.
That sounds like a great tradition.
And then Kathy Kuro is saying, we have a large family. On my husband's side, there are 57 of us.
Holy moly.
His siblings, spouses, and kids. So we do an ornament exchange game every year. Back to you, Kathy.
All right, so we are actually now going to work on this one. This one is super fun to do. You'll notice that I picked a really bad kind of ribbon for mine because it's a corded ribbon. But when you open this, you'll be able to stick a gift in there, which is why I did a 12 by 12. You can do this for any size paper. You just need it to be a square. So take your next sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to fold it in half, like a book. All right, then you're going to unfold it. You're going to fold it in half going up. Again, like a book, because I'm just going to flip it because it's just easier for me. Okay, you are not ever going to have to turn this piece of paper around. I know some folds, you kind of have to turn things around. We are not going to do that here. Okay, so now face your sheet of paper like a diamond. And now you are going to go corner to corner. And I bet you can't see where this is going. All right, so now you're going to do another quarter turn, and now you're going to go diagonal one more time. All right, now the next handful of folds are going to be a little bit, not difficult, but watch what I'm going to do first before you try it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this side of the paper. You're going to fold it in to make it look like the beginning of a kite. So if you want to fold your paper up a little bit to find that middle, you are now folding it into a kite. So you're going to do one side and then you're going to do the other side. Again, just like a kite. You want to get it as close to that middle line as you can. Okay, so you've done one side. All right, and now I'm going to make a small little tick mark, and Brian's going to make fun of me because I told him I didn't need the tool thing, but I borrowed it. Okay, so now you're going to turn your page a quarter turn, and you're going to make another kite. I made these last year for Christmas. I found this in Pinterest. It's from Mix It Up Crafts. She made these, so I thought that these would be kind of fun to try. Okay, so again, now you're folding your next sheet or your next side into the next part of your kite. And you're going to do this for all four corners. All right, so now that was corner number 2. And I'm going to make another little tick mark so I know which corners I've done. All right, so now you're coming in. We're working on corner number 3. Again, you're taking the side and you're going to the middle of your sheet. And you're making a third kite. All right, so now you're on number 3. Another little tick mark. Just so I know which corners I've already done. Now I'm working on number 4. Are we all good? Does anybody have any questions with what I'm doing?
Let's take a look here. Danny McQuaid's on there saying, good morning, I'm a little late. We'll watch the replay for these few booths. it's a German bell. Huntington says, Kathy Kudrow says, ooh, I love that. I would put treats and the grandkids gift cards in it. One for any gift giving occasion. It's a big kite, Dina says. Dina
Yes.
Thomas. Mary Phillips says, this is a good way to use up all that paper you don't know what to do with. You could do packages for all occasions.
Yes.
Julia Robert says from Oregon, all Halloween orange at my house. Oh, that was referring back to holiday stuff. And then Peg saying, so helpful to have the video. I agree, Peg. Tracy is on there, loving this. And then Janice Noble saying, I want to go fly a kite. And then Renee Bennett says, I make goodie bags for everyone, about 15 of them. There are some things that are in the same in each one except for the color. Then there are some different things inside, bags of either male or female. Everyone picks a bag and then it's fun begins. So try to trade for things we like that are not in our bags. So that's what she's saying. And then also too is it's very inventive is coming from Tracy.
Okay.
Back to you.
So what you will see is when you get to the middle of each of your sides, there's a triangle that's kind of trying to come in, which is exactly what you want, because that is going to be the side. You want to make sure that everything else in the center is facing or popping down. Okay, so as you can see, this is really starting to come together. And I do have a wrinkle, so we're going to pop that out just a little bit. So your bottom should be, all of the points should come out. So now you have a point at the bottom. Is everybody with me? Now, my recommendation is if you're going to use this as a gift, or to put a gift in here, you need to cut some of this out so you actually will open up more room inside of here, because as you can see, the paper gets bulky on the inside. So do not cut more than, I'm going down to roughly about a ½ inch. And you're gonna wanna do this on all of the sides. This is gonna open up some room for the inside. All right, so I'm just gonna do this really, really quickly. I'm leaving roughly a ½ inch of paper on the bottom, so you won't create a hole when you go to fold it. I'm not the best cutter, as everybody can tell right now. So just gonna keep moving along. And then you're gonna need a hole punch. So those little tick marks that I did, I'm actually gonna use those as kind of a guide for where I want my hole punch to go. So you can insert that ribbon. All right, so now this is kind of lessen the bulk in the center of my ornament. And again, you just wanna make sure that everything pops out so you have that point at the bottom. Oh, and I guess I should be a little bit more in the camera. There you go. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with a hole punch, and I am just going to punch a hole up towards the top of each of the points of my ornament. And then I did go ahead and I did use our bow die, which was also included in your kit. I did pre-cut them, and I'm actually kind of thanking the man upstairs that I did, because my video might, because I was a few minutes late, this is gonna work out for me. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to take the ribbon portion of it and I am going to adhere it to one side of my container. I am going to use Zip Dry. I think your liquid adhesive is going to be the best deal to get this on the side of your box. And I'm actually going to adhere to the inside of my box. I'm gonna fold this in.
While you're doing that, Want to Scrap mentioned that these still kits available, so why don't you talk about that a little, Kathy?
Oh yeah, you definitely, this is the best kit ever, especially like I said, if you just need a little gift for somebody and you don't, I just think they're fun. I love to do this kind of stuff. My mailman thinks that I'm crazy, but that's totally fine. I think everybody thinks I'm a little crazy anyways. But yes, definitely pop on over to www.wanttoscrap.com and get your kit today if you did not get this ahead of time, because super fun, super easy to do.
I know I had talked with Michelle this week, and she just said kits are available, but I know from talking to her that there's a low quantity of kits, so don't hesitate.
Delay.
Just get it. Just order it today.
All right, so now I'm coming in and I'm making the bow. So I am taking this die, I cut it twice, and I am just going to adhere the ends together to make the bow portion. And then I'm going to do one more. Again, I'm using liquid adhesive. So now I have two bows. Okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my ornament and I'm going to adhere these in the middle to make that bow. Again, using liquid adhesive. Ooh, I got a big long line of glue there. And then once your bow is adhered, I am going to come in with a Want to Scrap bling. And the best part about these blings is they're nice and shiny. They're big, so you kind of hide the seams of your bow. All right, so I am coming in with Silver Smoothies. What is awesome about these bling is they're smooth. They look like they would be chunky glitter. Super smooth, super easy to work with. I'm just gonna pop that right in the center of my bow, just like that. And then I'm gonna come in with some ribbon and I'm gonna tie it. Now, again, the ribbon I have with me is corded ribbon, so this is gonna be kind of messy, so I'm actually just gonna kind of loop it through, because what ends up happening is I get it all caught. And then you're just gonna tie it and tuck your gift in it, and you are set to go with your next Christmas container. And like I said, the cord, I thought the cord was really cool until I tried to loop it through the holes. All right. And then you're just going to close your container and tie it in a bow. And look, I even have a little gifty that I can insert. I brought two little Jim Beam bourbon chocolate things. So, and you are all set. So there is your next ornament, all right, or your next container. All right, so our last container that we are going to do, and if everybody remembers, we're gonna make the little box that, again, Fireball. And as a side note, Brian made fun of me because he said Kit Kats don't go with Fireball. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work on this one next. So we are going to cut a piece of red cardstock to 6 inches by 7 inches. So we're going 6 to 7.
That will stress you out. 10-minute warning.
Yep. All right, so I have my 7, or I have my 6. I do have my 6. All right, so now you're cutting 6 and 7. All All right. And then you are going to score each of these on this particular sheet to 1.25 inches on each side. All right, so we're going 1.25 inches on each side. Is that a quarter? Yes. 1.25 inches. You're just going to continue to turn so you have 4 score marks. Now, the nice thing about this is if you adjust your dimensions, as long as you go evenly on each of the sides, you can make this box bigger or smaller. You just have to do your ratio of inches. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut tabs on each of the sides, and we're just going to go into that first score mark. You're not going in any further than that. Okay, so now we're cutting into that first score mark, flipping it into the first score mark, and into the first score mark. Now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I have little tabs. I'm going to cut a wedge on the inside of each one, really just a little bit of a triangle. All right, so now what we're going to do is, again, I'm cutting wedges on each side in the little tab, not in the big rectangle that's still there, on the little tab sides. All right, let me move this so you guys can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to fold on all of the score marks. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with Want to Scrap double-sided adhesive. I just like this adhesive for boxes rather than liquid glue. Some people do prefer liquid glue because it gives you that minute that you have before it sets to move your tab. I like this particular adhesive for boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to get the backing off. You're going to square the flat side to the flat side of the rectangle. All right, and you're going to do that on all 4 tabs. So in essence, once you have that done, the bottom of your box is complete. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to cut another piece of red cardstock for the lid.
Very quiet.
All right, yes, I'm sorry. I'm
No, that's okay.
concentrating.
While you're focusing on concentration here, we're gonna kind of just pick up on a few comments. So we have Kathy Kudrow saying, "Want to Scrap has the best bling." Yeah, I want to talk about that bling.
I love their bling. Like I said, the ones that we are using on this project are smooth. They do look like chunky glitter, but they are amazing. If I do have a chance, I did bring some of the new bling as well, the Smoothies with, that I hope I get to show you. So my next cut of red is 5 1/8 to 6 1/8. So I've done 5 1/8. Now I'm going to 6 1/8. All right, so this is going to be our lid. So now what we're going to do is we are going to score each side at 3/4 of an inch. So we are bringing back my scoreboard here. We are going to 3/4 of an inch. All right, so scoring again at 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did when we made the base of the box. We are going to make the little tabs. So we're cutting into that first score line. Again, just making the little tabs to finish the lid of the box. And again, I'm going to cut those wedges out. I just think it gives it a nicer look. Plus, then it doesn't bulk at the bottom of the hinge, I guess, for lack of a better, that's not the right term. But you know how like when you fold paper together, sometimes it bulks up? This is to create that non-bulk addition, I guess, would be the best way to go. Okay, so again, I'm going to fold on all my score lines. And again, I'm coming in with Want to Scrap double-sided adhesive, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. We're going to square up to the rectangle and make the box. So you want to take that flat side and match the flat side to the rectangle. All right. And I know I just have a couple of minutes, so I'm going to...
Wendy Osborne said, these look harder than they seem to be. A good job, Kathy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Dottie McDermott says, cute, cute. We got Alice joining us from North Edwards, California. Wendy Osborne again. Bling are my favorite embellishments on the card. Zip and dry IDs are a cool glue, says Anne. And then Kathy Wolvertine says, these are so quick and easy, but look so cute with the bow.
Yes, I love the bow. The bow was the greatest die. I had so much fun making bows. I think they're going on all of my Christmas packages this year because they are just so super quick.
Again, don't limit yourself when you're, this bow die is the die you want to get because bows work all year long.
They do indeed. Okay, so now the last little bit that we are going to do is we're going to cut a piece of red cardstock to 1 1/4 inch by 6 inches. So 1 1/4, 1 1/4 by 6. Now this is the part where whatever you put in the box is what's going to affect how you put this in your box. So what I did is I based it off of Fireball. So you're going to score this little piece at 1 and again at 5 1/2. Oops, 5 1/2. And then you're just going to use this piece to adhere to the inside of your box to keep your stuff from moving around. So what you can do is say that you want to add just something else, that the bottle is bigger. You can move this piece around a little bit so you have more room to play with. And then you adhere this to the inside of your box, and then your box is complete. I do have 1 minute left, so I'm just going to run through the bow real quick one more time. I did pre-cut it. What you're going to do is you're going to lay 2 ribbons down, just like so, and adhere to the inside cover of your box. You're going to make your bow one more time. Oh, and I only cut 1. You need 2. Again, you're going to adhere here and here. I did lay 1 across the center, and then I put a bling in the middle. My 45 minutes are up, so I'm going to pop to my up front.
Show the finished box.
Oh, show the finished box. I can show the finished box. So your finished box looks like this. That's the lid. This is your inside. I lost all my stuff on the inside, but hey, it's drinking time, right? Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat and I will definitely answer them after class. Everybody have fun with the rest of your day and I will see you in November. Take care, everyone.